So I'm kind of like just wondering where like the story is gonna end up, because there's like a lot of like things going on. Like why are we getting all these Kenji things in Shizune's route of all things? I don't mind. I like Kenji in a weird sort of way where you like him but you don't like him, but or like Misha's being weird, and but that might just be because she's trying to, like just not be that third wheel, but at the same time or it could be for some other reason, I don't know. And then there's Shizune, who has literally no romantic like inclinations or anything. Like, I'm just wondering what what's what's coming exactly. Anywho, a couple days later, Shizune heads off to go eat lunch by herself and doesn't come back. Oh, the acid reflux is kicking in. She must really be swamped with student council work, although I know that she probably made most of that work herself. Yup. Yup. When I go to the student council room, I find the door unlocked. Before opening it, I hold back for a second to see if I'll hear Misha's laughing through it. Nothing. So she's probably in there by herself. I take that as a sign that no one's in, but Shizune wouldn't leave the door unlocked in that case. Well, no. She cannot hear me creep through the door. She's at her desk, sleeping in her chair with her arms folded over her chest. Well, what a stiff pose. If it weren't for her eyes being closed, there'd be no way to tell that she was asleep. In fact, I can't even be sure that she's asleep now. Dude, that's like the ultimate, like, sneak up behind her, haha, tickle time, and then get fucking decked in the face and fly out this window. Normally, I'd tap a desk to wake someone up, but it wouldn't work with her. I immediately start thinking of tricks I could play on her if she's sleeping. Take the marker. It's disappointing that my train of thought goes in these kind of directions. Oh, Jesus Christ, she's awake. Hello, good afternoon. She signs with one greeting with each hand. It's really confusing. What are you doing? Secretly slacking off? Like you, of all people? Shizune smiles but lowers her head to conceal it and tries her best to look annoyed instead. Don't just stand there. It makes me nervous if I'm sitting down and you're not. Okay. I take a seat within the nearest chair while Shizune pauses to adjust her glasses on the bridge of her nose like she's fine-tuning an instrument. Why are you so far away? Look! Listen! Does that make you nervous too? You want me to be sitting and be close? Pursing her lips, Shizune doesn't look too amused at my taunting her. I had some free time, so I thought I'd drop by and see if you were still busy. Do you want to help me? No, I mean, yeah. Too bad. Wow. I'm grateful, but it's not necessary. I just finished the last of it, and now everything that needed to be done is done. That's why she's laying there. So formal. Misha was just as business-like yesterday. Are you both getting serious for official student council business? I'm always serious. Does this look like the face of someone who's not serious 99% of the time? Like the student council candidate should be. Oh, that was fast. From zero to immediately criticizing people who aren't even her colleagues yet, before I've had the chance to even stretch my legs. At least the presidents, they need initiative. Then maybe they can motivate everyone else, or at least strong-arm them along. But even though there's a bunch of them, they're all so wishy-washy. There's no one running for vice president, so they all want the big prize, but none of them want to have the drive for it. And then the treasurers are always so flaky. I've decided to use my power to just eliminate the position. Oh my god, you can do that? I don't think it works that way. Shizune, please. It is how it is. Whoa! With that, Shizune stares grimly into the distance, rubbing the frame of her glasses. Well, that doesn't answer the question, future dictator. I'm disappointed. They should want me out of here faster because they want the job or at least disagree with me having the job. If I can't mobilize a bunch of student council wannabes for either reason, all my work will have been for nothing. If they're all going to be all slow about it, I'll just hold on to my office as long as possible. Shizune, oh god. Shizune punctuates the sentence with a snap of her fingers, creating a sound as sharp as a gunshot. I wonder if she knows how loud she can do that. No, she doesn't, because she's deaf. It's definitely an attention grabber, so I could only see it as invaluable to a mute. She might have practiced it because of that. All of it, huh? That's too harsh. I always thought this was the real, this is the real test. Leaving a lasting impression is important. It's why I don't build sandcastles. They crumble when you leave. Especially if the tide comes in. But if I see an especially neat one, I still think it's impressive. I'll say it's impressive, at least. I kind of admire you, so to me, it wasn't for nothing. Oh, she tugs at her glasses as if she wants to take them off, smiling wryly. Sorry. I was careless, and something selfish slipped out. I've always wanted to stand at the top. It didn't matter what it was, as long as I was the best at it, and understood it completely and made it my own. Like when you hear a song and dream of being a magician, or see a plane and wish you could be a pilot. Have you ever had a dream like that? Yeah, I guess. First time I played soccer, I'd wonder if maybe I could get good enough to wow people. That was just fantasy, though. As soon as I saw the gap between me and people with real talent, whew, I put those dreams behind me. Well, with my heart the way it is, I can't play soccer anymore anyway. Dude, imagine if we were like a super soccer star, and like right when we're gonna get the winning shot, that's when our heart just freaks out. Oh no! Do you still have dreams like that? No, they're unrealistic. I realized it very quickly. There's always someone better. This is true. A nostalgic expression crosses her face. She looks oddly mature right now, as if the days of competing vigorously against others for supremacy are long behind her. Of course, I know that nothing could be further from the truth. Just last week, she wanted to see which one of us could blow the biggest bubble with a piece of gum. Funny thing was, I can't blow bubbles with gum. It could be that she was even worse when she was younger. Now that's a scary thought. I like that there was always someone better. When someone greater than me would appear, I'd get excited. I want to challenge them. Even though in the end, they would usually turn out to be better, and I would be left in awe. There are some people who are on a different level completely. After a while, I got jealous. I wanted something like that for myself. Is that what the student council is? The thing just for you? No. Even though it feels like that sometimes, that wasn't why I decided to do it. That is another story entirely. But I like being student council president. Even if the work is hard and I'm always biting off more than I can chew. She's aware of it. That is what keeps it exciting. People at the top shouldn't be able to be comfortable all the time anyway. You sound like a farmer. Although they wouldn't suit her, Shizune would look cute in overalls and a straw hat. I'm gonna guarantee you someone probably did art on that. Fucking guarantee with a fan base that this game has. Whew. So if that wasn't the reason, why did you run for the job? I didn't, but afterwards I decided to stick with it anyway. I wanted to be the student council president because the old student council was stupid. And I wanted to stir people up so that they will be able to say, that was interesting, today was interesting, that kind of thing. Memorable experiences. I'm happy because I think we succeeded, you and Misha and me. I have a selfish desire too, though. At first it was something I thought would only be a nice bonus. But I've gotten greedy. That is why it would make me happy if the elections go smoothly. It would be the only way I could see that my wish was granted. What is it then? It's a secret. Damn it! Sensing that she's giving a blush though. Seeing that I might not be ready to let such a weak dodge slide by so quickly or easily. Shizune quickly waves down any attempts at a follow-up, embarrassment coloring her face. It's something she wants to keep to herself only because it's too silly to do otherwise. I start to feel a pang of hunger that I always feel and check my watch. It's earlier than it looks. Too early for dinner. Do you have any food in that desk of yours? Don't give me that face. I'm asking you a serious question. For a second, it looks like the question confuses her, but she recovers quickly. Desks are for supplies. Food's a supply. You even fucking said it! Food is supplies. What do you mean? You should have eaten lunch. Well, I didn't think it'd be a problem if I didn't. If I was working, I wouldn't have to think about it. I'd be too busy to be hungry. She puts her hand up to her mouth in a poor attempt to conceal a laugh and tries to hide it further by pretending to use it. To push her glasses further up the bridge of her nose. I guess not, since you already ate. I'm not good enough to sign the appropriate words, so I settle for pointing at the stack of Chinese food containers leaning precariously on the top of her trash can. Those are from yesterday. Then we're both hungry. Let's get something to eat. Not from the cafeteria, though. There wasn't anything good at lunch, so I really doubt there will be anything good left over. Order something? Ordering out 2 days in a row is unnatural, only in case of emergencies. That is my personal policy. I could see that. Not even gonna lie. This is why she should think of putting some snacks in her desk. It would be an easier way of dealing with these kinds of emergencies. I want to tell her, but signing out how hungry I am like 5 times has made me too tired to be a smartass. The temptation is really great, though. You should. Oh, Jesus. Misha, have you brought food? Hi! Hi, hi! Hi, hi! Misha's distinctive up and down voice sounds muffled through the door. She bursts in a second later. The door flies off its hinges. ... Hik-chan! You're here, too! What was with the ... Two? How'd you know there was already someone in here? If it opens, someone is inside. Am I interrupting? Shizune shakes her head. Great, that's really great, but I was sure I would be. Is this a break? I thought so too, but it turns out everything student council related is over. Well, for now anyway. Is that why you're here? Yeah, that's right, Hik-chan. Sorry to disappoint you. We were just discussing whether or not to order out for dinner. Well, you shot that down. You said not to do it twice in a row. That sounds fun. Shizune isn't being very fun about it, though. She says she can order food 2 days in a row. Are you hungry, too? Because if you are, we could outvote her. Like we could outvote her. Her votes count for like 20 votes. She can literally overpower us. That sounds fun, Hik-chan. And I am a little hungry. I thought you would say it. It sounds like mutiny. Shizune pinches the frame of her glasses, clearly thinking that it does seem like mutiny. If it's war, then... But being outvoted by a clean 2-1 margin, there's nothing she can do. Misha already has her phone out. It's awfully garish. Hik-chan, you promised we would have a student council thing just for us, right? Right. This can be it. Dude. Shizune only shakes her head. The last party she will be able to attend as Yamaku's student council president is too special to her to put that label on our spur-of-the-moment early dinner. Yeah, even though I'm sure the real thing will be just like this. A meal like any other, with the three of us. Why'd the music stop? Oh, okay. Because it's fading away. After we finish eating and clean up, what did we eat? Do we just get Chinese food again? I say goodbye to them and head to my dorm. Although I don't feel particularly tired, I think I'll just head straight to sleep tonight. If I were back home, my mom would nag me not to go to bed right after eating. But what she doesn't know won't hurt her. Look, sometimes you just gotta eat and then go sleep. That's how it fucking works. I take a look at the clock as soon as I get in and realize that's a lot later than I thought. Dude, it's like evening. It's not even nighttime. I can't even think about going to bed like at this time. It also feels a bit silly checking on the clock when I got a phone and a wristwatch. I take off my watch and hold it in one hand while holding my phone in the other. It makes me feel powerful and stupid. Oh, Jesus Christ. I try unsexfully. Yes, unsexfully. I don't even know what that means. I try unsuccessfully to go to sleep, and I'm glad when someone interrupts me by knocking on my door after only a few minutes. I figure that it couldn't be anyone but Kenji. That's who I was thinking it was. Which is why I'm surprised when it ends up being Misha. What the fuck? Hi, Hick-chan. What do you want, Misha? You don't look happy to see me. I mean, I'm kind of just surprised. Did Shizune remember something that she wants me to do after all? It's late, but whatever. I guess it's good that I didn't change. Nope. I just thought I'd follow you back, Hick-chan. For fun? I don't understand. No, of course not. It's because she wants to talk. It must be about something important and something she doesn't want Shizune to know about. Alright, you want to come in? Yeah, thanks, Hick-chan. Hell yeah, just make yourself right at home, why don't you? She walks in and immediately takes a seat in the chair. Oh, I thought she was sitting on the bed. The natural thing to do, but I'd expected her to sit on the bed. I was expecting it. Hick-chan? Misha frowns harshly, arms folded over her chest. It looks like she's trying to play a grim interrogator. What? All that's missing is the mustache and the dangling, flickering light bulb on a string. Did you make Shik-chan sad? What do you mean? I didn't... When I went to the office today, Shik-chan couldn't hear me coming. Wait. That's why when I opened the door, I saw a really confusing expression on her face. Shik-chan looked happy and sad, and I wanted to know why. Well, it wasn't because of me. I didn't even see it. I think she's depressed that she won't be student council president anymore in just a few months. When I asked Shik-chan about it, she said that it was okay. Oh, of course she's gonna say that. That's meaningless. Shizune would say that, but it's ridiculous to think that she would let it go like that easily. I mean, there are times when she'll want to fight me over the last apple or chocolate milk or whatever. And that's stuff that doesn't even matter. Chocolate milk is important, you right. Okay, it is. Don't get mad, but not as much as student council is to her. She wouldn't just wave it off so easily. You're right. I thought this was supposed to be an interrogation, but it appears Misha has already forgotten about it. But I don't want Shik-chan to lie to me to make me feel better. Most people don't know how serious Shik-chan is and think she's just putting on a show. I'm happy that you understand her, Hick-chan. It's obvious, especially with how she talked about it today. Misha leans in closer with interest, resting her head on her palms. Really? What did she say? Well, they're close enough that I don't think much of how she's prying. Why she joined the student council, sort of. She started, but then decided that some stuff should just stay classified. And signed, it's a secret, so I guess that's what she told me. It's a secret. She didn't really want to go into details.
Well, if someone tells you they have a secret, you can sorta call that a secret by itself, Hick-chan.
Just like how, according to you, luck is a skill.
It can be.
Be careful, not so loud. The conspiracy theorist will hear you in the other room.
Why, Hick-chan?
You're going to wake up half the other people in the building, and on top of that, dorms aren't co-ed.
Dude,
I bet no one's fucking asleep right now.
Hick-chan, are you thinking of something dirty?
Stop being weird, you weirdo.
If you are, it's okay, I think.
What? Hearing that makes me realize how easy it's been for me to talk to Misha all this time. That I would be able to go this long without feeling the need to be on guard. This is the first time I have.
I feel sad, Hick-chan. Oh, what? It's funny. The happier Hick-chan gets, the more depressed I feel. Even though I should be happy for Hick-chan, I still am, but I can't talk about my problems with her.
Why not?
Just like Hick-chan can't talk about her problems to me, it's the same thing, Hick-chan. If we have that kind of problem, then I'm not sure anymore what I should do. I wonder if I'm a bad friend.
Oh, no, that's not what you are at all. Misha gets up and quickly drops herself on the bed until we're sitting only a few inches apart. Just a couple seconds later, she pushes her head forward and gives me a light kiss. Whoa! Whoa, hold on! It misses my lips, more due to bad aim on her part than because of me. What the hell are you doing? Although it's just a formality, I'd be stupid not to know what she's getting at. It's that it seems so unlikely that I'm hoping there will be some way I won't have to deal with it. Now she decides to be shy and giggles, embarrassed.
Do you like me, Hick-chan?
I mean, yeah, as, a friend. That was just a friendly kiss. It's fine. Her head is buried in my chest. Oh, well. Feels like she's talking into my scar. She might be able to feel it brushing against her cheek. I wouldn't be surprised. Dude, he's just sitting there, like she's doing the things, and he's like, no hands. I tried too hard to hide it from both of them before. It seems like such a dumb thing to have worried so much about in retrospect.
Please comfort me, Hick-chan. Just for today.
Wee-woo? I don't know. I'd feel I feel kind of weird right now, like very awkward. This is.
Oh, is this this is probably the decision that's like good or bad ending. Guaranteed. Fucking-teed, dude.
I don't know, like for me. Okay. Things are getting a little crazy. a little weird. And I guess she needs some comfort. I get that. But, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards refusing. Just because, I mean... Okay. Think about it this way, right? Like, if you're with somebody already, right? And their friend wants you to comfort them, aka, like, I don't know, head pats and holding or whatever, wouldn't you feel kind of strange? Because this isn't like that. I don't know. It's not like your significant other. It's just their friend. And, like, yeah, you care about him, but you can't get, like, too touchy-feely. Because I don't trust these decisions with this fucking game, alright? I don't trust these fucking decisions. I remember when I decided to go a little bit faster, my heart exploded because he went full pelt. I don't trust these decisions. For all I know, comfort Misha can mean straight fucking, alright? I don't fucking know. That would just send my mind into a fucking tizzy. That's probably not what it means, and it's probably just, normal comfort stuff. But still, I think I gotta refuse. I mean, I did say that I was gonna do both the Shizune endings anyway, just cause everyone was like, oh my god, the bad end's way better. But, like, I don't know which one's the bad end. I'm gonna take a guess and say the Comfort Misha one's the bad end, if what I said does happen. I don't know. But, I'm guruing this right now. I have a good feeling about refuse. But I'd feel bad. Oh, no. You know what? I gotta... Oh, my God. Hold the hoozlin'. Before I can answer, she pushes her whole weight against me. Wait! And it unbalances me enough to send us both onto the bed. Oh, if I don't answer quickly, then the situation will only become more precarious. Did I click the right decision, right? Or the one I say the right decision. I know that I should have never let things get as tangled as they already are. So even though it isn't the most tactful way to refuse her, I push her off me. Oh, Misha falls backwards onto the sheets so softly that it seems like she barely fell at all. Eyes closed, she stays like that for a while before getting up with a hollow laugh.
You're right, Hick-chan. I'm sorry.
Oh God, why am I fading out into existence? I'm not sure how I feel. Regretful, slightly, even though I've grown to hate regret. Sad for a multitude of reasons. I'm also angry, both at her and myself. And in a way, it even seems like I'm not really feeling at all. Don't be.
No, Hick-chan. It's okay. I am really, but just asking was enough for me, I think. I'm happier that you said no.
Dude, I think I just gurued this. I made the right choice, I feel like. Whew! God damn! And everyone's like, Scott, you fucking suck at games. Hey, fuck you. Is that right? Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is. Thanks, Hick-chan.
She pulls herself up and leans against the wall. Well, I'm assuming she is. My head hurts so much that I don't even bother opening my eyes. I lie on my bed listening to the rustle of my hair brushing against the sheets and the grass waving in the wind outside. I guess I should say more to reassure her, but I wonder if that would really help. Maybe it would be better to say nothing. I just don't know. Although I think that in this situation, there's no one right thing to do. Dude, not...
Good night, Hick-chan.
Oh, dude. With that, she leaves, the door clicking shut behind her like a guilty whisper. Maybe it's because I'm eager to put today's behind me, but after Misha's gone, I find it much easier to fall asleep. I do so almost instantly. Whew! Dude, that was stressful for me. I feel bad, but I mean, she might not even, when she was like, just saying it made me feel better. I feel like that's inaccurate, but the following morning, I wake up thinking that most of my time is going to be spent trying to avoid Shizune and Misha. What happened last evening still makes me feel uneasy. I thought that sleeping on it would help alleviate that feeling, but nope. I feel like an idiot for believing that it would be that easy. I think about whether or not Misha might feel the same way. If so, she probably won't show up at school today. I'd considered doing the same, but it would be pretty suspicious. And staying inside all day in fear does not appeal to me. It never really has. Like I thought, Misha isn't in class this morning. Shizune is, but today is a busier day than most. So she's giving all her concentration on her classwork, and that means there's little idle time for her to start up a conversation with me. I'd grown so used to seeing Shizune and Misha together that I hadn't realized until yesterday how much that hadn't been the case lately. And it's a shame, because the empty seat next to her reminds me that they're a pair. So yesterday is something I'll take to my grave. Dude, that was so intense though. Like, see, it's one of those things that, like, yeah, we can sit here and debate it for a while because, you know, we're not on like some real life time limit. But like, if like you were in that actual situation, you'd have to think of something on the fucking fly, dude. Like, oh boy. I feel like most people would refuse that. Unless it was just straight, like, normal comforting rather than what I was thinking. See, I always think of the extremes. But that's because this game has fucking programmed me to think so. If I feel this way about it, I wonder how Misha must feel. Just as regretful? When she came on to me, she was more depressed than sexy to start with. I can only imagine how much worse it would be now. Dude, it would be so bad! Dude, thinking about it like that, I want to see her again, but only half-heartedly. The other half of me is terrified, even though I hate to use that word. Look, we're fine. Everything's fine. Makes me feel ashamed, but I'm sure it's the only way to describe myself right now. We did good, though, I feel like. I spent the next couple of periods in the library, not in the mood to sit in classes for the rest of the day, but unwilling to walk back to the dorms. Hi, Shizune. What are you... While I'm lazily flipping through the pages of an uninteresting historical fiction novel, Shizune drops herself into the chair across from me, pouting. I think it's sort of pointless to come to school and then skip every class. Listen! You didn't have to deal with what I had to deal with, woman. Sorry. At least tell everyone that you're sick. I'm just not feeling it today. Yesterday I was fine, though. Tomorrow I'll probably be fine. Taking a sick day in the middle of the week is just too suspicious. That 24-hour flu thing or whatever doesn't fly. It's not suspicious. It really is, though. I turn back to read my book, but Shizune gently pulls it down, in contrast with her expression, which straddles the line between concern and anger. Is something wrong? What? What do you mean? Is something bothering you? Because you're acting a little suspicious today, in a different way. She's perceptive. She can read us like a damn book, like in her hands. If there is, just tell me, or I'll be mad. I'm not good at reading people. You say that, but you know something's wrong. What a ridiculous thing to say after picking up my mood so quickly. She is only half kidding, but there is some truth in it. After all, she can't hear tone, and she has to rely on reading to communicate with others. It's as if you could only ever have conversations with someone through text messages. That has to mess with you in some way, aka normal online life. It's probably why she stares so intently at people, in order to gauge their reaction. Or maybe it's why she pushes people so hard, to get them to react. I thought about it before, but it's too hard to say for sure what Shizune's exact motivations are for anything. So I wonder how much of that was a joke? Sometimes it's easy to tell. This time it isn't. Assuming it wasn't a joke, I can't tell her anyway, because it's sign language. There's enough time to collect myself and lie effectively. Nothing. Yeah, like that's gonna fucking fly, buddy. I've just been thinking a lot about the student council's future lately. I believe Misha's doing the same. Well, in her own way. So am I, but she isn't here today. I wish she would have let me know something, because I might need her help later today. Yours too.
unless you're busy. I'm not, but thank you. I feel like I'm losing a lot of people close to me lately. It would have been way worse if I can't think of a good way to respond to that. Something reassuring and confident, telling her not to worry. I'm here for you, but I'm here for you. I'm not one of those people. Then who is? And it seems so forced. I manage a wave of my hand that seems extremely calloused as soon as I do it. You shouldn't feel that way. ... I might just be a little sick. Not enough to go through the trouble of making it official. It's just easier for me this way. It's the wrong way. God damn it. I've heard the hard way and the right way are usually the same thing, so it's not a big stretch to say that the opposite is true. Well, fine. If you say you're alright, that's good enough for me. Wait. Oh, question mark? You asked me, so I'm turning it around. Is everything okay with you? Yes. She signs it without a moment's hesitation. After that, Shizune waits to see if I'm going to follow up on it. And no, I don't, and she leaves. I feel like an idiot for not going further, even though I think it's better that I didn't. I've been in the library for quite a while, and decided to go up to the roof for a change of pace. Oh, I bet you Misha's up here. She's always up here. She's probably been here all day. A fresh breeze hits me the second I open the door. This really is my favorite area of the school, I think. Then I see that I'm not the only one here. I already knew. I can see a girl with bubblegum pink hair in front of me. Her back is to me, but I don't have to see her face and know who it is. I'm sure Misha's the only person in the world with hair like that. Pink hair. I don't know. There's a lot of anime characters. I get the feeling that I've stumbled on her at a bad moment. She obviously wants to be alone, and I wonder if she hasn't noticed my presence. If so, I'll leave right now. But she has, and turns to face me. Well, shit. Oh, Misha, are you okay? Oh, she's got that. Oh, Hick-chan. I thought someone was behind me, but I didn't think it was going to be you. This time, you surprised me. If she's referring to her habit of sneaking up behind me and asking me to guess who it is, I've never actually been surprised by that. I'm surprised too, but this is good. I had something I wanted to talk to you about anyway. We gotta hash this out, man. Not that. Okay. What's going on between you and Shizune? She won't tell me, so I'm asking you. Because you're easier to get an answer out of, since the same sign language that gives me the leeway to lie to her gives her a cushion against my questions, so that she can more easily brush them off. When she hesitates, I push harder. Give me an honest answer, please. It's complicated, Hick-chan. It's because of something that happened a long time ago. I thought I could just forget about it, but it's really hard. So, that and graduation coming up made me want to spend more time with Shik-chan. But Shik-chan's always busy now, so we've been fighting, but I'm tired of it now. Because I like Shik-chan. Oh, so do I. Does she mean the other way? No, I know you like her, Hick-chan. I mean that I like Shik-chan in the same way. Ah, see, she did mean it that way. I want her to be my girlfriend. Oh, shit. Dude, we're getting so juicy. Oh, no. Misha closes her eyes like a condemned criminal confessing the last of their sins in front of their executioner. It only makes it harder for me to think of a response, and I know I had to give one. I see. I never knew. I didn't really want to come to this school, Hick-chan, but it sounded interesting, and even if everyone hated me, at least it felt like they would leave me alone. I was learning sign language, but wasn't very good at it. Shik-chan was trying to get people to join the student council because it was only her and Lily. Then she came up to me, I couldn't understand her at all. But Shik-chan wouldn't use her pen and paper. She knew that I was taking sign language classes. I was exposed quickly. I didn't know any. That only made her try harder, and I hated Shik-chan and thought she was making fun of me. That wasn't the reason, though. So, I slowly fell in love with Shik-chan, and I told her that I loved her.
Whew. Whew, boy.
It was in the student council room, you know, when it was just the two of us.
I remember.
I had these fantasies of Shik-chan staying alone in the office, trying to put everything together all by herself. It seemed so lonely to me and so sad. I think I wanted it to be that way. That way I could be there for Shik-chan and maybe Shik-chan would like me. Even though there was no reason for me to believe it, I did anyway. I wanted it to be true. So I was okay with letting myself believe it, even though I think I knew. That day was really, really beautiful too, Hick-chan. We were done with everything, and I was looking out through the window.
I see.
The light was so warm. I wanted to stay like that forever, next to Shik-chan. But then I looked at Shik-chan and she had her back to the window and was still working on something, blocking out the rest of the world. The light was on her shoulders like when I would put a blanket on my shoulders as a kid.
Misha stops for a second as if trying to hold on to the image of Shizune in her mind.
Shik-chan looked... It was like Shik-chan looked in a way that made me want to be with her. But it felt like it would be hard for that to happen. That was a really, really long time ago. My hair was different back then too.
Yep.
A little messy. I cut it because Shik-chan was always talking about it. Anyway, I told her right then and there. I confessed.
And
I was rejected. So, I thought that was it, Hick-chan. But Shik-chan was always trying to find me, and I hated Shik-chan again for it. And when I asked her why she was doing it, it was because I was her friend.
her cheeks have a hint of red in them. I wonder how much experience she's had with crying, that she can keep herself from doing it so well. If she didn't pause to wipe her eyes, I might have never noticed.
Having Shik-chan say that made me happy, but also sad. And even though she never meant to hurt me, it still hurts, even now. Shik-chan has a way of manipulating people, Hick-chan. Sometimes she wants to, and sometimes she doesn't really, but it happens anyway. And sometimes I'm just not sure. Not sure exactly which one it is. And I feel doubt. I just wish that Shik-chan liked me instead of you. It made me wonder if I was starting to hate you and Shik-chan. Just a little. I didn't like that.
Whew! Whew! So you were thinking maybe it would be better if I weren't here at all? She looks confused. The thought has never crossed her mind.
That's not it, Hick-chan. I thought about it a lot these last few days, and I don't want to hate anyone. You or Shik-chan. It's so stupid that I ever felt like that, isn't it, Hick-chan? I don't want to think about that kind of stuff ever again. And missing people and being apart from them, I'm tired of it. I don't want to think about it anymore. I already did, though, so I'm still really the worst kind of person. I wasn't thinking that it would be better if Hick-chan had never come to this school. I was thinking, wouldn't it be better if I just died?
Jesus Christ! Misha presses herself harder against the fence at her back, as if hoping to slip right through it. Oh, Without thinking her, I grab her hand. Yeah! My reflexes are terrible, and I manage to only grasp her onto a few of her fingers, but it's unimportant. Sorry, it's just that you said something pretty weird just now.
Yeah, I guess that's right, Hick-chan.
Yeah. Do you want to know what I think? Shizune's the type of person who won't let anyone close to her except on her terms. It's frustrating. Sometimes it's even infuriating. That probably would have bothered me when I was in the hospital and anyone who shut me out was dead to me. I'd forgotten all about it until recently. I got a letter, and it was all about that. I was mad. I thought, how could you accuse me of closing myself off when everyone had given up? Isn't that what everyone else did to me? What else am I supposed to do? What can I do? Yeah, even now, I know that that's how it happened. But she was right, too. I did close myself off. So I made up my mind that I'm not going to let that be the case ever again.
The hospital? Hick-chan, is that what those pills are for?
Oh, just listen, please. Shizune's the opposite of how I was. She has always wanted to draw people closer to her. That's the only reason Shizune was interested in me in the first place, I think. And I think I was determined to not let that happen, in a way. Misha cast her eyes downwards, understanding perfectly. I never realized how hard that can be. And now, I feel like I'm going to return the favor, even if it takes twice as long. I already learned a second language just to get this far. It wasn't as hard as I thought, but it's definitely hard. Sometimes I felt like I was clawing my way up a mountain with how my hands hurt. And you did the same thing. And it was for the same reason, wasn't it? That's really amazing. Which is why it makes me sad and a little angry that you would say a stupid thing like that. Oh, damn, he is going in. That's just what I believe anyway. Her shoulders slump and Misha almost slides to the floor like she's drained of all energy.
You're too dramatic, Hick-chan. Says you!
She says while looking away, turning her head almost as if she wants to look out at the school grounds, but not turning it enough to do so. Whoa! The door behind us opens. The sound only barely audible, barely able to be heard over the ambient breeze. I've been looking everywhere for you two. Is this some secret meeting? Fucking Shizune just... She walks over to us, leaning against the fence next to Misha as if she needs to stop and catch her breath before pushing herself off it and continuing. I'm bored sitting in the student council room every day now, without either of you coming by. Taking some time off is fine, but this is just too much. Normally, Misha and I would be jokingly making excuses for ourselves at this point. This time, however, there's only silence. Shizune, is always expecting resistance, is thrown off balance by the lack of it. Whoa! Oh, she does her fucking snap. A few seconds pass in uneasy silence, which Shizune breaks with an ear-shattering snap of her fingers, smiling as if to say, Eureka! Let's go do something together. Like what? I said I didn't sign that. Wait, I didn't sign that! She can hear! Shizune, no! Anything. We should go to the student council room first and then figure it out from there. Oh, that seems like it's a trick to get us to do work instead. I like how I'm just saying it now. It's fine. The lip reading. Very funny. Misha laughs, managing to let out a restraint. That Shizune can't see it makes me feel better. It means that it wasn't only for her benefit. I was thinking that you both actually could help me with something. What else is there? We can't go out to eat. We already ordered in yesterday, and that was already breaking policy. 3 days in a row would be unforgivable.
But that was ordering in, Shik-chan. Going out to eat is different.
Yeah, totally different. You're both kidding yourselves. I'm just assuming they're doing the sign language too. Before I can reply, Shizune grabs my hand, limiting my ability to do so. My options cut down drastically. I have no choice but to settle for making a face at her instead. She makes one back before extending her hand to Misha as well. Oh, look at that. When Misha is reluctant to take it, I walk forward as far as holding on to Shizune at the same time will allow me, and take her hand myself. Oh, ha 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 ha. She only has a second to smile before Shizune starts pulling us impatiently towards the door, binding us together like a human chain. Oh, look at this. Although it's dangerous, none of us seem to be letting go any step of the way through the school, out the doors, and across the grounds. This feels familiar, as if we've walked like this before. The three of us hand in hand. Of course, the mood was a lot happier then. Who are you in the back? I can see the lingering sadness on their faces, and it makes me wonder if anything has really changed. If this is all just a distraction or not. But I think it's just me slipping back into being cynical because of the moment. It's a start. Alright. Oh, whoa, hold, what's going on here? It's my other self? Oh, boy. Dude, it popped off, dude. What the hell? Whew! I need a break after all that, dude. You kidding me? Poor Misha. Poor, well, all of us, really. I did like the you know, the human chain at the end there, though. It was nice, I feel like. But whew, all the it definitely is time for a little breaky poo after that stress. I think I made a good decision with the refusing in the end. Because I don't know. They really made it sound like the comforting would have went into a crazy place. So, because they were like, oh, we would have felt even more regret, you know, like how they were talking about. So, I think I made the right choice. I mean, I'm going to go back and make that choice some other time on here, because I told you guys I'd do both the endings. Whatever. And I'm assuming this is that. I'm assuming that was the choice that would lead to the endings, and that the choice that I made is the good end. I'm just feeling it. Well, the good end, quote, quote. But people say the bad end's pretty good, so if this isn't the bad end, maybe this is, because it's feeling pretty good now. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know, man. That's what happens when you play blind games. You just play games blind, not blind games. What is this, Lily? But like, you don't know the choices. You don't know what that's gonna come up. You gotta think about it for a while. You can't just on the fly just be like, I know where this leads. You know, it's impossible. So. But I think that's the joys of what you guys like of watching me, because you know I just fucking do everything blind. So I'm rambling. I'm leaving. I'll be back next time.